Hey y'all, today I have two special guests and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
I'm her daughter Brianna. Hi, I'm Lena, and I'm Talisha's mom, and I'm Brianna's grandmother.
Okay. And so I went real close to the mic, but hopefully y'all heard me introduce myself. But today's topic is going to be about how involved should a mom be in their daughter's love life. Okay? Because sometimes we can get too involved and sometimes like who man is it? Is it my man or is it your man? So before we get deep into it, we're gonna start off by saying how old we were when we had our daughters, um, and where we are now, our ages now, if it want to be said. So I had my daughter at 20. We're 20 years apart. I had her at the age of 20, of course. She'll be 21 next month, and I'll be 41 in December. So yeah, mother.
I had my daughter. She followed suit. I had my daughter when I was 20. Also, we're 20 years apart.
Okay. So yeah, and what I mean by involved in the love life, sometimes relationships can, hit a detour or, hit a bump in the road where, you may have arguments. You may find out that your man, your woman, whatever, been cheating on you, and of course, the one of the first things you're gonna do is 9 times out of 10 is run to your mom or call your mom and tell her, what happened, what you're going through. You're gonna be crying or mad or whatever the case may be, and your mom is the first person you run to, and that's okay. That's fine. That's normal. But how far should a mother go in that situation? If the daughter and man is having a fight about him cheating, we just gonna take it all the way there. About him cheating or the woman cheating, and it gets verbally, real. It get verbally or physically real. How involved should you get in the situation? You gonna pull up? What are you doing? Like,
If that's a question for me right now, I have gone a little too far before. So it depends on what kind of relationship you have with your daughter, and it also how you can be overprotective, which I am, and I have pulled up before.
yeah, she done pulled. She done pulled up before, and that's because, of course, I called her. I was frantic or crying or mad or whatever the case may be, or it could have been what I said to, make her react the way she did, and you know, and coming from the daughter side, now looking back, I wish I probably wouldn't have, to a certain extent, put her in my business, in my relationship business, because it can make a person look at the other person in a different light. Like, I could have got into it with this person, with my man or whatever, and now I got her upset only to a day later, a week later, a month later, I end up back with that person. And so now I'm back with this person, but you are still feeling some type of way toward the person. But I'm back all in love like it ain't never happened. But you still over there on the sideline giving him side eyes and stuff. And now it's just weird when everybody around each other because you still in your feelings. But I love my man.
Yeah, and that's true. And sometimes you have to not react so quickly and ask questions first. And at that point, I wasn't asking any questions. I was going to defend my daughter. And I try to give her now different advice and not to be, to listen first. To listen first, ask questions so you will know what it is if you need to be a part of that love life. always be there for them. Let them know that you're always there for them no matter what. And you know you're going to be there for your kids, whether they're right or wrong, but also let them know that wrong doesn't, you want to let them know that being wrong, you shouldn't call and say, hey, I need you. He's doing this or he's doing that to me. And you want to be a sound voice. You don't want her to grow up saying, oh, if I call my mama no matter what, whether I did something to him, when I call her, she's going to be there. But you got to also let her know that it's like the little boy that cried wolf, that you got to make sure that you are not the cause of the problem, the reason why you're calling and asking, or rather just saying, hey, I'm mad at him. I caught him cheating. So I'm going to call my mama because I know she's going to cut up.
Realistically, it ain't gonna always happen like that. Because if you hear in your child's voice that they hurt and stuff, you pulling up.
That's true, but I'm saying have that relationship with your child beforehand. Just talk to them, go over the life struggles that you might have gone through that you don't want them to follow in your footsteps of what you went through when you were in love, going through whatever you were. I'm going to say at a young age. And I know when you get older, mom's still there. Mom's still doing the same thing. If you need her, I don't care. She's 40. If she's dating somebody and she call me, I'm still going to do the same thing. But I also want her to have, I guess, don't let it be her that's causing these issues. And then knowing that, okay, I got her to be on my side.
But who's to say I ain't always right?
Nobody's always right. Everybody always think they're
right. Listen. I feel like I be right 9 times out of 10. I'm right. I didn't do nothing wrong. But if I feel like I did do something wrong, you probably won't even get a phone call. You probably never know what happened. If I could sit back and like, okay, I was, yep, it was something I did. I started the argument, or I put my hands on him, or he caught me doing something.
And that's what I meant when I said don't be so quick to react. Ask questions first, because you don't just want to, because she's going to be emotional right then. So she's going to say whatever to get you to come on and be on her side. So ask questions first. That's why. And I try not to dig into my daughter's love life or my granddaughter, but I am overprotective of both of them.
So how do you feel, Brianna? How do you feel about when you're in a situation with your girlfriend and you know something went sour or something went bad? Do you feel like your first thought is, let me call my mama and tell her what happened, or let me get her opinion? That's not your first reaction. What's your first reaction?
Well, with me, it's like y'all situation be different because y'all like, I don't know. It seemed like y'all had like more physical stuff that was happening like back then or something. But mine is never. It's never like. It's not about physical stuff. I never had problems where I had to be like, okay, am I wrong in this situation? It's just like with me, it'll always be like a breakup. Like I always come to y'all when we broken up. I don't never came to y'all when we just arguing or, cause I mean that's. I feel like if you put your parents in your whole relationship, I mean, like y'all say, it's gonna make y'all side at them.
I know I am.
Yeah, like my first relationship, I know I did that, and I went back with her. So everybody was still like, looking at her sideways while I was back,
In love.
And then, yeah, but like I feel like you should only go to your parents when it's like you've done it for real. That's when I feel like you go to your parents or something about it, or like when you need advice or something like that.
Yeah, at some point, but when you need some advice as to what should I do, what's your opinion? Give me some tips or whatever on if I should be done or should if this was so petty that we could probably try to work it out. Like I feel like you still gonna call, you still gonna whether it's because you're gonna be going through the motions, so you're gonna be like, okay, let me call her and see what she think about this or what would she do. So I think even if it's not a physical altercation, like putting hands on each other or arguing, I feel like you still gonna call your mama to get her advice.
And grandmother.
So like I said, I've been in situations where I called, but one thing I never did do, I never called my brothers. I got two brothers. I never called them because I know my attitude. I know my attitude. I know my temper. And my brothers got tempers too. And so imagine my temper times 10. And then if I would have called them and, tell them, me and him just got into a fight. We fight, he hit me or something like that. It's up. And I know, in the back of my head, no matter how hard I'm crying, whatever we went through, I know I ain't done. You still know you ain't done. You can call them, you can cuss them out, you can this and that. Deep down, you know you still ain't done. You mad at the time. You gonna take the nigga back. You gonna take him back. I know I have. And so that's why I never really put my brothers and I will always call my mama. Because even though I knew she'll be mad or feel some type of way or whatever, I feel like if I got them involved, it will probably go to a different level. And I don't want nobody going to jail behind me. I don't want nobody going get hurt behind me, physically or whatever. So I never told them. I just feel like, okay, I could tell my mama she gonna be bad. She ain't gonna like him or whatever. But in that moment, she gonna be all right. Like sooner or later, she gonna be okay. And I ain't gotta. She gonna be okay. And even if she not okay, gonna be okay. She'll say something to me. She not gonna say nothing to him. He probably be able to feel her energy, but she ain't gonna be disrespectful and stuff every time she see him type thing. But I'm gonna know behind closed doors that she ain't messing with him.
Well, and now when you grow, you know that you want to be there more so to give advice, to make sure that you're there so they will be open to come to you. You don't want them not to be open to come to you for advice, because that one piece of advice could save a fight, could save an altercation, because I'm going to listen to the whole story, because I'm not just going to take her side. I'm going to get the whole story first. Well, I probably,
She gonna take my side.
I'm gonna take her side, but
but
I'm gonna listen. But I'm gonna tell her if she's right or wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna just assume and say she was kind of wrong. She's gonna know if she was kind of wrong because I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah, because if she has to pull up to wherever we at and he's still there, and once she hear what he got to say, it might start making more sense, and she might be looking at me sideways like, "Girl, Talisha, that ain't the way to do it," or something like that. But I don't care. When I'm mad, and like I said, if I call her, I feel like I was right. He was wrong. But and then when she had to come over or get on the phone with the both of us, and then she find out whatever he got to tell her, and then she probably look. I don't never tell no story though, but I be heated.
And see, my mom, as far as she goes, well,
you don't want to
she's sort of like me.
You don't want to put grandma in the business
because she gonna be ready.
They're gonna be
she gonna be ready to fight.
And my grandma is 80. How grandma 83? She gonna still be ready to stomp you in the ground. She gonna stomp you in the ground. That's what she gonna say. Stomp.
But if she get to know you first and know your personality.
She'll take his side.
She might
She'll
take his
take
side.
the main side. She gonna take his side. You be looking at her like, dang, grandma.
But at the end of the day, she gonna be there for you. And I just want to make sure that I always leave that door open, because I don't want either one of them to not be able to, or be afraid or ashamed to come to me if they do need some advice. Because there is no shame, because we've all gone through stuff in our lives, some that we not so proud of, because I've, done some stuff that I'm not so proud of, but I've grown from that, and I try to instill that in them, because I know they still got to make their own mistakes. They can't live through mine, but I'm still there to be able to give them the most sound advice that I can, and not be judgmental.
Yeah. So, and even when it ain't that you gonna always call your mama just when relationship is going bad. You can call your mom. You might meet a guy or been with a guy for a while, or a girl, and you could be so happy and everything could seem so perfect, or you get to learning that person and you start gaining feelings for them, and you like, okay, is it too soon? You could be want to call your mama about good stuff too. It ain't always got to be bad. And so you could just want to know, if are you moving too fast? I'm ready to say I love you. Mom, what you think? You think I should be saying I love you so fast, or should I wait for the man to say it first? Like that type of stuff. It don't always got to be when things are going bad either.
And moms have that instinct too.
Yeah.
And once I meet somebody, she already knows. I'm like, even with my sons, I've told them before, she ain't the one.
Yeah.
Or it ain't the one. Just by talking to them.
Yeah.
Knowing their background, getting to know how they feel about their parents or whatever. Moms have that instinct, and my sons always listen to me.
Yeah.
Because I never see that girl again if I say that's not the one.
Yeah. So, what about you? What you think? You think if you meet a girl and you liking her, and do you feel like you'll call me first? I know you're gonna talk to your friends and stuff, so that we don't count. I'm just saying, like, as your mother, would you at any point be like, I really like her and I want to talk to you about it? What you think? You think I should let her know what I'm feeling, or just,
Let me know what you feel.
if you meet a girl and you liking her a lot, and you noticing you want to tell her, I want you to be my girlfriend type thing, or you want to tell her that you love her or you care about her or something, do you think that you will call me for advice to see if you should hold off a little longer, or if it's the right time, or if it's too soon? Do you think you'll call and ask me to see what I say?
I ain't never did that before.
No, I don't ever remember you.
Yeah.
I only know him after she been dating him for a while or something.
I don't like. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's stuff you talk about with your friends. For me, I'm younger, so it's like, I don't know. I'll go to my friends and be like, but it's like, I feel like I let the family meet them after I'm already, after I already got my feelings. I mean, my head, like, okay, this is the person I want to be with. Then I'm gonna let y'all meet them. That's how I do it.
But
I don't know.
I also think friends shouldn't come first, because your parents is going to tell you the truth, because they got your best interest at heart. So that's how, when it comes to being involved in my daughter and granddaughter's relationships, because it kind of depends on the friend, what kind of relationship you have too.
Yeah.
Because all friends don't have your best interest at heart.
They could be the type that you could be and got your eye black, and they be like, "Girl, he love you. Take that nigga back. She love you. Take her back." Like on that type of time, and like, "Girl, I done been there before and done that and that," and they give you the wrong advice. You should never take somebody back when they done beat you. I don't care how many years y'all got behind it. it's only gonna get more toxic. And like I see many times on the news, baby, somebody always getting their life taken away behind, you probably listen to somebody tell you, girl, it's okay. My man did me like that before, and they might want to, they buy you something. Oh, girl, he bought you a car. Yeah, girl, take him back, get that car shit. No. Just like they say, you want to cry in a Honda or a Range Rover. Like stuff like that. And I never understood that because I don't want to cry at all. That's a whole nother topic. But I'm just saying, like, they could give you that type of advice to where it hurts you in the long run.
That's why you gotta know your friends.
Then they're gonna talk about you when you be getting beat up or getting cheated on or whatever the case may be. They're gonna be rude for you to keep going back, but they're gonna be calling you all kind of stupid and. But I guess it also depends on how serious of a relationship you're trying to be in with whoever you like, and maybe it's just a friendship and you ain't looking for it to go far. I guess I don't know, maybe then, but my serious stuff. Serious, like if I meet a man right now and I got all these feelings for him and I'm like, this the one. I feel like he the one. I'm gonna want to get some advice from my mama, not just because she my mama, but she got experience in dating and relationships, so she's seasoned. So I would want to see, her thoughts, her opinions on, what I'm feeling. So it ain't always about because they are friends or whatever. Sometimes mamas we been there, we done it. We done been heartbroken, we done been cheated on, we done cheated. We done been into I done cheated before. I'm just hey, I done been young before and hey, I have. So that's what I'm saying. So I done been there, done it. I done it all. I done been around the world and yeah. But
it's still important for you to not saying that how far should you be in that person in your kids' love life. You should be able to know that person because some people, heaven forbid, if something happened, you want to be able to tell about that person.
Yeah.
You want to know
the name. Because she bad with that. She could be going somewhere, going say, Mom, going on a date. I be like, who? My friend. Who is your friend? Whether it's really a friend or not, I don't be caring if it's a girlfriend, a friend, you're in a relationship with. That's not the part I care about. I need to know a name because these days people are crazy. They get jealous. They jealous spirited and they don't care. They take it to the extreme. So all I be want to know is what's the girl first and last name?
Exactly.
Like what kind of car she drive? What's what area she live in? How her mama is? Like you sometimes want to kind of know a little something about even their family to a certain extent to know what they ratchet, ghetto,
and I want to know
violent.
How long was the last relationship? Baby mom, I do want to know those things because it plays a big part in life now.
Yeah, these days.
And it's not trying to be overbearing or trying to be in your kids' love life. It's wanting to know about the person that they're involved with. Yeah. At least know some kind of details about them.
And I'm to the point where, like, I think ever since I've been like going on dates, if I ever went out with a dude, my mama always had me to take a picture of his driver's license and send it to her. Take a picture of his license plate number and send it to her. So while I'm out on this date, if anything happens, if I never return home or something, you at least got the basic information, of if you need to tell the police something. Because if some, God forbid, something happened and I got to call the police, who was she with? I don't know. She said it was a friend. That's all I know. So it don't be that I'm trying to be in your business, trying to see who this girl is because I want to be in your business. It's just for safety reasons. So that's why I be asking.
And I think my granddaughter, I think she's kind of, sometimes I think she might not come to me because she kind of knows how I am and she might not want to at that time hear what I need to say to her because I think she thinks I'm overbearing and she's still the little girl that, and I'm still looking at her as being my little baby, my first grandbaby.
You kind of do though.
Well,
You kind of do.
But
you
I'm
trying
still there to
get
give
better,
her
but-
sound advice. Yes, I mean, yeah, she went to Nashville with some friends, and I was like, text when you get there. And I always tell her, talking to her about getting your car checked, doing this and that before you get on the road. That's the kind of advice I try to give her. But she might feel like, what she'll tell me, she said, my mama already know. I said, but I don't know.
Cause it be like,
But I don't know.
I already told my mama, so it's like,
And I tell her,
no, you really can
I'm
just
still your
ask
mama
her.
too. I'm your grandmama, so I'm your mama too.
Well, for me, when it comes to like, I don't know, like, I don't really come to neither one. I don't really open up to neither one of y'all, really. It just gotta be really bad. Y'all know how it be.
Yeah,
I know, but you gotta get to the point where we gotta
bring it back up.
We gotta reach down low.
Like,
don't let it get to that point, because you know we're not gonna be judging or anything. We're just gonna give you that great advice from our life lessons.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all. And I know sometimes for me, because since I already know my mama gonna be the kind of like, she gonna be nice. She gonna be nice with it. So I already know she gonna have somebody to rub her back, rub her shoulder, and you know, stroke her hair and all that stuff. So I'm more of the stern. I'm gonna say what I got to say.
And then it be like the fact that I come to y'all when I'm already down. I ain't coming to you. I don't need that right now. That's why I just go to her, because at that point I can't do that. I can't deal with that. So that's
why we're saying
like,
we need to be involved to some aspect of your love life. So when you are at the midpoint, and not all the way down to the ground, that we gotta drag you out, So just keep it, be informative. Yep. I've been married now for, it's gonna be 24 years this year, and we still learning different things and how to change, because life changes. We all change when we get seasoned, and but it's not bad. We just, and my mom. I never really talked to her about
how much.
I never.
Drama ain't on here, but how much do you or have you
none? Cause
never put her in your relationship business?
Mom is not nowhere near like me. Mom, you gonna know. Everybody gonna know.
Yeah, that's true. And
my mama to death.
And I'm sure almost everybody can relate to that. The older people, baby, they gonna grab their phone. They love their phone. So it might not be in a hurtful way that they call in to tell the next person, what's going on, but that's what they do. So they get on their phone.
Thank God I've had a decent marriage. But I do have a sister, though, that I confide in a lot. Even his sisters, I confide in them a whole lot.
And let me say this, not only how much, so, because I'm grown now. My daughter, she's grown. I consider her grown too, but she's still a child, but she'll be 21 next month. I'm still trying to grasp all of that. Because I feel like you going out of town, you should tell me, you should ask my permission. Can you go still?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I feel that way. How many of y'all parents out there
what I'm supposed to do? Say no.
Like, you don't go.
No.
It could be my instinct. What if it's my instinct about it? Especially if you tell me why you're going. If you're just going to hang with your friends, like you go to her dorm and stuff, y'all hang out. I know the majority of the main girls that you hang with. I know your sister, of course. I know her. She's soft and soft-spoken, and she ain't wild and all that stuff. And then your other friend. So I know a couple of them. But then when you get down there, you with a group of people. I don't know these people. And people be jealous. I'm telling you. And you know how we see people, they all go on a cruise together. I forgot her name. They went and got there, and they all jumped on the girl, and the girl died. She didn't live. Like, so I just be want to know. I ain't got to know every single person, but I just be needing to know.
But just do a quick video.
Yeah, like.
Show, let us see who.
Like, yeah.
But see, we're learning it's something different with her because she's more free spirit and she'll get up. We never did those things when we were young. We stayed in the breast of the parents. She will get up and be on the road. We should have never taught her how to drive, but she will be gone, and I can't see what that love life doing because she gone.
Mm-hmm. Like, only time I kind of know if she's on FaceTime on the phone with somebody, she know if I'm in the room, who that? What's her name? And I always tell her, my first thing gonna be like, you subscribe to my channel? Because I'm always promoting my channel. And then boom, what's next? I'm asking what's the name and like who is this? And I might say a couple of jokes, but then as I start seeing her maybe be on this phone with a particular person constantly, and then I might ask a couple of questions, but I don't just dive in deep. But if she telling me she's gonna go somewhere, yeah, I want to know where you going. I always want to know where you going. If you leave this house, whether it's going out of town, whether you finna go shopping with your friends, who you going with? It's just, just like you said, for safety reasons. It's not that me, I'm trying to be in your business or treat you like a child. No. I just be wanting to know for safety reasons. And if it's going out of town, who you going with? If it may be a friend that I know that is wild and rowdy and like to drink and do drugs or something like that, I go like, bro, I don't,
But none of my friends.
I know none of them don't. None of them that I know of. Well, I ain't never had no issues like that as far as that go. But I'm just saying, like, if it was, so that's why parents, whether even if it's a daddy, but we're just talking about moms today. But we just be want to know for safety reasons, and
I'm still in her business.
She be in my business.
If she getting a new friend, I need to know.
Yeah, but I be kind of like, over the years, see, I've learned. She just getting started, but I've learned with my mama, like. When I meet a man, I've learned I give her the information I want her to have until I figure things out on my own. So that way, because sometimes your moms can, that's
what I do.
But I feel like you don't always know what I'm gonna say. I kind of learned her over the years. I've been dating since I was 15, 16 years old. I've been liking boys, starting coming into my girly stuff, 16 years old, whatever. So I'm seasoning and I kind of know what she gonna say. And sometimes if I'm not ready for the truth from my mama or I need to further figure something out about a man, and I feel like if I give her just a little negative about him or unsure about something about him, and she has an influence to a certain extent on what decisions I make, I might just been to let go of my future husband. All because of a little bitty something that I might have blown up. And so I've learned to try to hold back on certain stuff that I'm unsure about. And because sometimes you can't take it back. I don't care. You can't. And I wanted to say, too, you got something to say before I got something?
No, I'm just agreeing. Because I do the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess because you much younger. And I'm 40 now. So you younger and I feel like you should come to me. Whether it's good or bad, because I'm going to give it to you raw. And sometimes my raw is in a good way. It ain't always, oh, she going to say this. You never know. I might shock you. I remember like, girl, I might shock you. But you do want that raw and uncut. Mama going to give you, she going to tell you right too. But I'm going to give it to you in a different way. Because y'all probably can tell by my demeanor right now and her demeanor. I'm kind of country and loud. And she's more reserved.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my mama for real. But like if my mama having whatever issue she having with her husband, and it don't even gotta be big, but if it's some, I don't care how long they've been married, and that's my daddy. But I ain't gonna say I'm always taking my mama's side, but if she come telling me something that I feel some type of way about, it could work the other way around too. Like I'm looking at him like, what's up? Or I might go a week or two without speaking. I might see him, or I try to avoid him so I won't have to speak. Cause I was raised off you speak when you walk in and stuff like that. So if she done told me something and I don't like what she told me, yeah, I feel some type of way too. And then get what? I'm mad at daddy. I don't want to talk to him either. So so it can work both ways when you are getting involved in your daughter's life, and also when the daughter is involved in the mom's life to a certain extent, as far as knowing what's kind of going on in their love life. So I feel like my kids now, they say I can have a man if I wanted him to live with me. Now you just saying that now because you grown and you feeling yourself and you want me to be okay with you if you decide to move out with a girl. So she don't want me to have nothing bad to say.
Because of what I said yesterday.
Yes, I am. Talking about moving out of town maybe next year with somebody.
Oh no.
So that's what I'm
See, this is
saying,
the
y'all.
first I heard that. Their reaction was just like, what?
She just brought that up to me yesterday. So I'm saying, if you think you're going to move to a whole nother state with somebody, and I'm not going to dig in your love life and find out about this girl before you think about going anywhere.
Of course, you will know first.
We gonna have to meet. Marriage counseling.
It's going to have to be a year. We got to know him for a whole year, and we got to be able to see him.
I already knew him for like 5 years.
I ain't knew it for 2 days. So, yeah, we got some work to do, baby girl. No. But I'm just saying, so that makes a big difference when you let your mom in or the other way around. Your mom let you in on what's going on, and it can affect the way you look at that person. You did what? Or you said what? Or it could be something minor. But if she said, I ain't talking to him right now, me either.
And it'd be real minor. Cause
yeah, like it don't even
my
be
husband,
serious
he's
like that.
really laid back.
But I'm like, whatever she with, I'm with it. But then I have had times I'm like, Mom, really? Like, really? Come on there. But
I'm probably a little spoiled.
So, I think to a certain extent, we need to be in depth. We need to know. The person you're dealing with, I need to almost be able to look at her as my daughter type thing. Like, seriously, especially if it gets serious to the point you gotta want to move in, or a marriage, or moving to a whole nother state, miles and miles and miles and miles away. I need to be I gotta get to know her real good, so I can say, hold off. It ain't time.
And then the other thing, don't look at the way a person look on the outside and tell your daughter, because you think he's not the best.
Don't just look. You can't
looking person, and that's why. That's what because
you gonna never catch me with no hard up looking person. I'm gonna tell you like this, because I got to roll sometimes
over. You be like, no.
I gotta roll over and look into something. I can still look at you in the morning and be like, okay.
Exactly.
And
so it's been some parents that have the messing with the love life because of the way a person looks. Yeah, that's not right.
Wrong. You don't judge a book by its cover.
That's not right.
Whoever love me, your hygiene gotta be good. You gotta be smart.
But you live and you learn though. Yeah. When you're younger, you're not thinking that way. But
I can't necessarily say any man I deal with, even in my younger years, they've been easy on the eyes.
But everybody don't look good to everybody. So what we think is cute, y'all might not think they look good.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That can be a way that you get involved in your kids' love, like looking at a person from the outside and not getting to know that person on the inside.
Because I go by, like, she might come home and somebody been and brought her flowers. Order her food, had her food delivered to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. That can show you that it don't take much to buy flowers. But everybody ain't going to do it. So I feel like if you take time out.
And then you want to, are they buying flowers for the next year? Because sometimes it's the way to get in.
Yeah, they buy flowers and don't do it again.
You can tell if it's a pattern or not. And
exactly, because people who really is not doing it from the heart can't keep it up that long.
Yeah.
So that's why I do always say to them about the 6 month, my 6 month rule for that love. Yes.
Y'all got wrong rules. I'll give
6
3
months. You mean 6 months no sex? 6 months like.
Well, nowadays I don't even know if you could do that, but at least 6 months of not giving the milk up,
and not moving
because people and not moving so fast because a person who's not really meaning you good can't continue
They ain't
to
gonna be able
put
keep
up
it
that front too
Yeah,
long.
I get what you're saying. Because after 6 months, and they really just front, and they just doing it for to get some or whatever. Then after 6 months, they gonna be like, look, shit, it's been 6 months. I'm doing all this. She still ain't gave it to me. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like at 6 months, if I haven't given you some, it's because I ain't feeling you in that way. If I ain't feeling you, and that goes the other way around. If a man, you done been dealing with a man for 6 months or better, and a man, I feel like they can have self control too.
But you're
Let me
gonna
not say
get
that.
to know their personalities in 6 months. You gonna if they a mean spirited person, it's gonna come out every now and then.
Yeah.
Is some people can, oh, I'm so sweet, I'm so nice, and then after that month, next thing you know, oh, he tried to hit me. No.
Yeah. But I think we all put on to a certain extent. Like when you first meet somebody, not that you masking this evil person or something, but we gonna probably talk a certain way.
Yeah,
We
because
gonna
it's
act
like,
a certain
especially if it's a
way.
brand new person, like you
Yeah,
wanna
like
present
Exactly.
yourself like.
I want to be
But
genuine. I want a genuine person. This is how I am from day one. This is me.
But I like to drink sometimes. That don't mean on our first date I want to. I order a glass. I'm not gonna order a glass. Give me a second round. Give me a third round. And they like, damn, she can go. Like I'm gonna let you know I like to drink. But when we first go out on our first few dates, I'm not gonna sit there and be throwing them back either. Cause I still want to be coherent. I still want to be able to hold a conversation and just really get to know you and remember what you told me the next
But
day.
that's where I go with that 6 month thing, because if you really a slush head, you ain't gonna be able to do it for
And
6
not that I'm an
months.
alcoholic, yeah. I don't mean it like
You
that, but
no, I'm
when I'm having a good time.
I mean
I'm
it
having
in
a good
general.
time.
Some people can try to drink a little bit, but really can be an alcoholic, can be an abusive person when they're
and I
an
don't think an
alcoholic or
alcoholic.
whatever. They can't last that long. So that's why I say you gotta hold off. Don't be so quick to jump in these relationships and just get to know that person.
And that's why I feel like to a certain extent it's best for your parents or parents to get to know your person a little bit. We got to get a little bit in your love life so we might know some signs that you don't know. Or you might be so in love that you can't see what's happening. Like, and we might be out having at a gathering and he might say something to you in a wrong way, like disrespectful to you, like, why you wear your hair like it could be some small stuff and you looking at like, oh, okay, I ain't have time. It could be just something so small, but you not looking at it that way, but we looking at it like, damn, why you say it like that? Why you have to say it in front of everybody or like that? And we could kind of and if you don't see the red flags even then, we see it. And now our spider senses are coming up.
While I'm talking about sex, I said, let me turn this around. This is some tea.
Hear everything you're saying.
I know. That's why I said it. I said it. Well, I just talked about being. I said it's tea.
Well,
yeah.
It's okay if they do. But I just feel like, our spider senses is going to go off and, we could kind of bring to the forefront. And then it might be another time you might bring your person around and it kind of it's something else. And like if it's constantly always something else every time you around, we see this person, we kind of tell you like, look, something you want to talk about, something you want to tell me, or you can kind of, hey, I don't feel like he's respectful to you or she's respectful to being, respectful. And you may need to kind of be careful and step back a little bit and, we can be that person, if that person coming around and stuff. Because I want you to be able to bring your person around me so we can see how they act. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like with my kids, even when they were younger, even when I was with their dad. They didn't want us sleeping in the bed together. They would cry. They would be mad. Like even with their own happy, they didn't care. They didn't want me around no man. Like, but now that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't live for your kids. Yeah, I did the same thing with my mama. too when she had her boyfriend or whatever. And if I wasn't feeling them like that, and then that's another thing. Your kids sometimes can sense stuff that adults can't. Like, they say kids don't tell the truth.
That's really what it was. Like, we just knew. Like, I don't know.
But y'all were real little.
We
y'all
still
were teenagers.
We still
And so I feel like, even when your kids know certain things or whatever, it can affect your relationship with your person. Because if my children come to me like, I don't like him. All right, cool, we done. Because it'll be men that have maybe just came and picked me up to take me on a date. Not that my kids have actually met them, because I don't be wanting my kids to meet everybody. But sometimes they be insisting when I go on date, like, let me see if I like this person first. Because I don't want to just bring a man just because we going on a date. I might not even want him talk to him no more after this first date. So my kids have been always wanting to meet them, want to know who they are, and not realizing, like, mama trying to figure it out first. I don't want y'all to meet every man I talk to. What if I'm just freely dating, not sexual, not doing anything sexual, but I got 5 different men. I'm going on 5 dates a week type thing. Why would I want y'all to know all of that? And none of these people I'm serious with. So, so to a certain extent, I do trust my kids' intuition. But I feel like now they want me. They don't care about me having somebody because they grown now. They grown and they don't want me to have to
be alone.
Yeah, and flip it on them, like
to be alone too.
Yeah, and
because they know they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, then when we gone, what you gonna be doing? Like,
I'm gonna have me a husband.
Okay.
I'm gonna have me a man.
And then the other thing, you want the person to know who you dating too, because they might be out there creeping, and you might be out at a restaurant, they out with somebody else. So you want to know who that person is, so you can come back and say, "Wait a minute,"
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need to get to let people, your parents, in to a certain extent.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. And at the end of the day, everybody gonna do what they want to do. But
at the end of the day gonna end.
I try not to say that. But at the end of the day, we all gonna make our own decisions. We can get all the motherly advice we want to, but you gonna take it into consideration. If it's bad, if that person is bad and they bad, you're gonna take that into consideration when you're making your decision.
And that's the other thing. I always try to instill in my kids, in the son or the daughter, good advice. So once you instill something in your kids, even though you might not see it, they grasp that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. And like I said, I'm more seasoned now with dating and still learning what I want and what I don't have to accept. If I don't want a man that look a certain way, I don't have to. It's fine. Like, I don't have to not want a man because he work a job that pay $9 an hour. If that's not what I want, that's not what I want. I don't have to go off of what my mama might think, or if I want a man that makes $9, if he still can support the family on $9 an hour, however he might do it in these days, if he can still support us and take care of the home, hey, who am I to judge? And I'm not gonna let them judge me because it's my man, Savannah. I just got a good man, Savannah. So I'm gonna stick beside him. But it's good. Like I said, it's good to a certain extent. But I'm just at a place. I'm not gonna tell her nothing that I don't want her to know until I'm figuring it out on my own. Like certain things, like it could be, I don't know, but if I feel iffy about something, I'm going to kind of contemplate it for some days or a couple of weeks and just see if it gets better or worse. And then after so long, I'm like, okay, now we at a standstill. Okay, I need your advice. What should I do? Am I moving too fast with this person, or he ain't moving fast enough, or do he really like me? Or should I be still seeing other people, like that type of stuff? So I try to figure it out before I tell her, because I don't want her what she gonna say to affect me, and it could be something so small. And now I done lost my husband because my mama said one of his dreads was shorter than the other one or longer, and her OCD just can't take it. She want to cut his dreads even, and then I'm like, I don't want them because his
Why
hair
you have to bring
uneven.
my OCD into this?
I'm just saying, like, and then I could be like, you know what? It's right. He gonna keep his hair up. I gotta let him go. He's not groomed well. Just something minor like that, but yeah. So, you got anything else you want to add to it? I knew she was gonna say that.
She's a lot like her dad side because the grandmama side is more outspoken.
Yeah. We more. Yeah, we gonna say what it is, and the more people you meet in the family, and that's how it can help you in a way too. If you got that family that's outspoken and gonna tell it like a TI is, and you bring your person around, they gonna let you know. They gonna let you know.
But respectful.
Yeah, not like just be all out. It might be when they leave or the next day or call you on the phone or something. But you probably got one or two that be like, why you so quiet? Or why you don't drink, stuff like that. But it's not gonna it's gonna be respectful, but they definitely gonna let you know. So I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody or you looking for it to be serious or it's getting there, I feel like mama should be knowing by a certain point. I should know after y'all done got serious. I feel like I should know something already about this person. I don't have to know a day to day like what's going on, but I should already been to know at least this person's name. Like, do they got sisters and brothers? Like, is like mama, dad is still alive? Like stuff like that. I should already know. Not when y'all talking about, oh, we're moving in together. Well, okay, I just know that she your friend. Who is she? Who you moving with? So I think that it's not all bad when letting your daughters in or your daughter letting you in on her love life. Just be careful on what you say because, like I said, it can affect how they look at your partner once you tell them what's up. But if it's something serious, like y'all getting into fights, like where they physically putting their hands on you, yeah, that's something to go right away, like expeditiously in TI voice, and let them know, like, this what's going on. I need your help getting out. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, like,
never
yeah,
be silent on.
Yeah, but if it's like little petty stuff around the house, y'all ain't cleaning up, or somebody ain't take the trash out, or who left the toilet seat up, or something like that, that's little petty stuff. But yeah, so it all depends on what it is, and just count to 3 before you make the final decision to pick up that phone and call them, because I ain't gonna play. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna play. So, any last thoughts? Any last gems before we go? That was my gem.
All that I want to add to it is just making sure that everybody respect each other's boundaries. Respecting boundaries. Not overstepping, because you want them to be open to come to you if there was a situation where there was violence. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to judge you. I'm here to help you.
Yeah. And another thing I would say too is, don't get in business. Like, if this is a continuous thing, is if they fight, if that child or whoever decide not to leave that person and they constantly fighting and physical fights and stuff, don't run to their aid. Don't keep. I'm gonna say this. Don't keep running to their aid, because the person who always tries to help, try to break it up, be the one get hurt.
But still be there to give them advice and try to talk them away from it to the best of your ability to get them out of that situation, because nothing that's physical violence, no one should be in that type of relationship. relationship. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, but just like they say, pull up because we are.
But see me, if you're in a violent
No.
situation, I'm
Call
probably gonna come
911.
and drag you up out of there.
I ain't coming. Call 911 because y'all ain't gonna put
If
me in
it's
the
my
middle of
daughter and
something.
my granddaughter, I'm
And
coming.
I ain't gonna, if I know it's serious, if I'm with a guy that's that serious, like guns and stuff involved or something like that, I'm calling 911 first. I'm calling you second, but I'm calling 911 first because
Exactly.
you get there and that person
Exactly.
don't take your life. They done took your mama life or your daughter life or whoever it is you might call. So
That's true.
you don't always just go for mamas and daughters. I'm just now this just coming from the spirit right here. You let them call the police, even if they call and tell you, hang up and call 911. I might be on the way, but
or you just call 911 yourself.
yeah, but you might not know their address and stuff. They might need to know like details. Like,
well, that's the
don't
parent
call
that
me.
took that picture and already gave me the know the address.
But don't call me first. Don't think I'm pulling up. I'm not. I love my life, and you should have left the nigga the first time I told you to. Period. So don't call me to pull up. Call 911. And once 911 get there, then I'm coming. Bottom line. So those are our thoughts and opinions on how much of your love life should you allow your mom to know. And so I think we gave good advice and probably help somebody out there that probably don't have their mom or they don't have that type of relationship with their mom or whatever. Maybe this can, bring y'all closer or something or whatever the case may be.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I enjoyed this show. And if you all did too, make sure you hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn your post notification bell on so you'll know every time your girl upload. And this is the end. And I'm your host, T. Marie. We signing out.